Very ready. Dune City Council meeting of October 1st, 2005 is called to order at 6:01. Roll call. Everyone is here except for Larry Farnsworth and the mayor. Let's see who that is. Make sure it's not. Okay. All right. Would y'all join me in the pledge of allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we need to have consideration of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
So the agenda is approved. I have minutes on here, but don't we need the name? We need to approve those minutes, correct?
Yes, unfortunately, we did at the last meeting, but I realized there were some typos in there, so
Okay, so do we have to do it again? Or,
I was thinking so because there's X's where names were supposed to be.
okay, all right, so
Honestly.
we'll just do it again, make sure we got it covered then. I need approval of the August 20 council meeting minutes.
No.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so the minutes are approved. Announcements?
Yes, so this Saturday, October 4th, we're going to be at Darlene's at 2:30 to 5:15 for a meet and greet with the council. So everybody is invited as part of the chili cook-off at Darlene's. Dune City will actually have a table, we'll have some swag there, so come out and say hello and have a chance to talk to the councilors.
Excellent, we look forward to it.
And I have one more thing, sorry, really quick. We did, I just got a confirmation from the DLCD that we did get the grant for the $2,000 for planning assistance.
Oh, wonderful,
So-
great.
We should be getting that check here very shortly.
When will we see that?
It says by the end of this month, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Very good, excellent. Okay, moving on to new business. You all have to put up with me tonight because I have a whole bunch of scripts that have to be read in order for things to be approved tonight, since we have 4 hearings. So, this evening we have a public hearing on a request for a variance to adjust side yard setback requirements for the addition of a carport for the property at 82700 Maple Street, Westlake, owned by Jasmine Kopelek. Did I say it right?
It's Jameson.
Oh, did I spell it?
Oh,
It
you
wasn't even me, it was Henry.
Sorry, James, okay. He wrote Jasmine, sorry. We will correct that. These proceedings will be recorded and have my error in them. This hearing will be held in accordance with the land use procedures required by the city and the state of Oregon. This is a type 3 quasi-judicial procedure. Staff has identified the applicable substantive criteria which has been listed in the staff report. These are the criteria the city council must use in making its decision. All testimony and evidence must be directed toward these criteria or other criteria which you believe applies to the decision. Failure to raise an issue accompanied by the statements or evidence sufficient to afford the city and parties involved an opportunity to respond to the issue would preclude an appeal to the Oregon State Land Use Appeals based on that issue. Any party interested in a land use matter may challenge the qualification of any counselor to participate in such hearing and decision. Such challenge must state facts relied upon by the party relating to a counselor's bias, prejudgment, conflict of interest, or other facts from which the party has concluded that the city council will not make a decision as an impartial manner. Does any counselor wish to declare a conflict of interest, bias, or ex parte contact? Seeing none. Does a member of the public wish to challenge a counselor's impartiality? Seeing none. Hearing no motion to challenge, I will now open the public hearing at 6:07. Could we please have the staff report?
Yes, so we have an application for a variance requesting a 5-foot variance to the side yard setback with a 10-foot setback, which is a 10-foot setback regulation here in the Dune City Code. The applicant will be placing a carport structure within 5 feet of the northernmost property line. The Planning Commission, after a public hearing on September 4th, is recommending approval of this application. The Fire and EMS Chief of Western Lane Fire and EMS Authority, Michael Schick, expressed that he did not have any concerns with the request as long as the carport is used for its intended function, meaning just not storing extra stuff in there like paint and whatnot. Staff have reviewed the residential district code and the Dune City Code regarding variances. It was decided due to the non-conforming size lot and the easement on the property, denial of a carport could result in practical difficulty or a necessary hardship. So staff recommends City Council accept the Planning Commission's recommendation to approve the variance to the 10-foot interior side lot lot side yard setback to a 5-yard setback to allow for a carport.
Thank you. Counselors, do any of you have questions for staff?
It's a very comprehensive package.
Yes. A lot of detail. Appreciated it.
Okay, hearing none, we will now take testimony from the applicants. That's you two.
It's your name, not mine.
Sorry, I wasn't speaking last time, so I wasn't expecting today.
If you think we have all the information.
You have all
I'm happy
the
to say you do.
information.
You can just tell us that.
If you have any questions for me, we're here, but thank you for your consideration. Sorry, I wasn't expecting it this time, so now I'm really nervous.
That's okay. Counselors, do you have any questions for the applicants? The package was very comprehensive, so.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, that was him actually, that was my dad. Thank you.
We will now take testimony from those in favor of the application.
Still me.
Did you?
We're still in favor, we're still in favor.
Okay. Thank you. We will now take testimony from those opposed to the application. Seeing none. Counselors, do you have any questions? No, you won't because nobody testified. Okay, I now close the public hearing at 6:10. Okay, counselors, in this instance, you may recommend approval of the variance as recommended by the Planning Commission and specified in the staff report and findings of fact in which case your motion should be something like, I move to approve the staff report and findings of fact as submitted and to approve the Coppolex variance application. B, recommend approval of the variance with modified conditions of approval or findings of fact, which case your motion should be something like, I move to amend the staff report, the findings of fact and the conditions of approval in the following ways. and then describe your proposed amendments. Then if the amended version of the staff report, findings of fact, and recommendations of approval are approved, then a second motion would be made to approve the complex variance upon meeting the amended conditions of approval. C, recommend denial of the variance based on findings of fact or other information identified by the council, but not included in the staff report and findings of fact, in which case your motion must include the findings of fact for the denial of the variance. Does anyone want to make a motion?
I make a motion to go with A.
Okay, Duke moves to approve the staff report and findings of fact as submitted and to approve the variance application,
Yeah.
correct?
That's right.
Okay,
I'll second.
and we have a second by Councilman Stinson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none?
Actually, I think it asks for a roll call vote.
Okay, I was just getting to that, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's, a roll call vote is required, so Duke Wells,
Aye.
Melissa Stinson,
Aye.
Susan Snow, I get to vote, so even though I'm mayor. Aye. Rich Olson,
Yeah.
Chris Clemens.
Aye.
The application for variance is hereby approved. Thank you.
May I say something?
Yes,
I'd like to say what a good job planning commission and city staff did to make this so easy. This was very comprehensive and, covered all the bases, it appeared to me, so that's all I'd like to say.
made it very easy.
Thank you. He made it easy, so thank you.
He made it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next on the business is the possible adoption of ordinance 273. And once again, I have things to read. An ordinance amending Chapter 142 of the Dune City Code of Ordinances related to subsurface sanitation previously created by ordinance number 228. City Recorder, have all requirements for posting and advertisement been met?
Yes.
Does any counselor desire the ordinance to be read in full? If not, I need a motion to be read by title only.
I'll make the motion to read by title only.
Second.
Richard Duke, who you and who seconded? Duke, okay. Duke, I heard you both at the same time. All right, I will read ordinance number 273 by title only. An ordinance amending chapter 142 of the Dune City Code of Ordinances related to subsurface sanitation previously created by ordinance number 228. I will now open this agenda item for a public hearing at 6:15. Lila, have you received any written testimony to read into the record?
I have not.
Each witness is allowed 3 minutes to speak, after which the counselors may ask questions of the witness. Witnesses are to address the counselors as a whole and not individually. Does anyone like to speak on this ordinance?
Can I ask a question? What?
Sure,
Can you explain what the ordinance is?
not without reading the whole thing.
A summary?
It's about septic systems.
About
That's why we're fancy and say subsurface sanitation.
Yes, thank you for clearing that up because we're interested in that.
Okay.
But I don't necessarily need the whole thing read.
Do you have any comments then?
I'm not sure what you're after though. You didn't define what the ordinance is. to the public to pass it. I don't understand, what are we passing?
We've been working on this ordinance for a couple months now, and we're going to look through it for the final time and see if the council's ready to approve it.
Okay.
I can,
Proof what? Still. Is this on the inspections of residential septics and extending the life of the inspection time? Is that?
That's pretty much it.
It does both, yes.
Oh, okay.
We've missed a couple, so we were just.
Just trying to catch up.
Well, I have to read the whole thing to explain the whole thing to you, so, but it.
I
it
do
does several
understand
things.
it, yes, okay.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Isla. So anyone else have any comments on this ordinance? Okay. Seeing none, I will close public comment at 6:17. And I will entertain motions to change or amend the language of 273 as presented, if any. And I am going to begin, since I'm here. Mike, I guess we could go page by page. You want to go page by page? I can wait. Let's see. Anybody have anything on page 2? Any changes? Page 3. Page 4. Page 5, I have one under C, under pumping. We have 2 sentences that say the same thing, only the percentage is different. So we need to choose one. So,
I think they are different.
They are different.
The 40% is you should, and the 50% is you shall. It's the,
Final marker.
okay. I just figured that would be redundant, that they,
yeah, the intent is just like, you know, you should. And then like, all right, now, we're not playing, like, you need to do it at 50%.
It's kind of putting it, if I can remember
Okay.
correctly with the conversation, is putting it back into the owner's hands, going, okay, at this point now we are going to say, now you have to.
And that was per the state's regulations
right,
too.
the 40% was for the state, at 50 they were saying it was critical. Well,
Yeah.
making critical, so, okay. So if you're happy with leaving that, I was concerned it was too redundant, but that's fine. Page 6. Page 7.
The paragraph C is a little awkward. Now that the verbiage has changed. So the city shall send yearly reminder notices together, right, to wastewater disposal system person responsible no greater than 7 years from last inspection. So just trying to make that make sense. So the inspection happens and they will send a yearly reminder no greater than 7 years from the last inspection.
yes, because the recommendation from the state is every 5 to 7 years. but we decided, I think the conversation was that we weren't gonna do the letters. We're
Yeah,
only gonna do like a yearly, I think,
that's what I'm saying, like, I don't understand, does that mean like you'll send one after 7 years? The people will start getting notices?
7 years is when they'll start getting
Okay.
notices.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then you'll send them every year after
Yes.
that 7 years.
yes.
Correct.
Or the
Not-
5 years, whichever was required by the previous inspection.
But Oregon state law says 7 years, so we're gonna go with 7 years now.
Yeah, that makes sense. The verbiage just
It is a little,
a little
Clunky.
confusing, but if we all agree that that's what it means, then I'm good.
We can clean it up, and is there any recommendations as to?
The only thing I can see to add is after the word "to" in the second line, to put the word "the," to the wastewater disposal system person responsible no greater than 7 years from the last inspection as recommended by Oregon Department of Environmental Quality. I think that makes it flow better.
And a comma after responsible.
Correct.
Okay. Yep, we can do that.
Does that help, Chris?
Yeah, thank you.
But we also have a run-on sentence, and they're just gonna be out there.
No, that's fine. Close that.
After 7 years,
That whole
I mean,
bit.
it's
Oh,
just blah,
yeah.
blah, 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 blah again.
Right.
Perhaps after responsible, we put period and put notice shall be no greater than 7 years from the last inspection as recommended by ODU, Oregon DEQ.
Do you think?
Okay. So it's a period after the notice. There shall be no greater than 7 years from the last inspection.
Anything else on page 7? Page 8? On page 8, there's some formatting errors towards the bottom, but those will be cleaned up as she cleans up the verbiage that's going to be taken out, and it'll be renumbered.
Oh, 80 to the 9 should come out.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the one after that, they cross out the 10, but the O needs to stay there.
Yeah.
Okay, page 9. Okay,
Page 10 again. I'd like, on page
Oh,
10, I'd like to put on the top of that for guidance only. And like some nice bold, colorful print.
It says for reference only.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know, I'm trying to make it more,
I just think in red would make it stand out, because what we want to make sure is the residents know that this is about inspections, this is about pumping, so there's a difference.
perhaps maybe not numbering it then. That way it's not included.
Is there anything against doing that?
I don't know. I'll find out.
Okay,
I mean, we could put somewhere else in the document and, you know, see guidance or reference table.
Maybe when we're talking about the pumping at the 50%?
Well, would that be our recommendation, is to follow that?
No, not really.
So I don't know if I wanna do that then.
No, we don't want to recommend it. We just,
Right. It needs to go for the DEP person.
the mayor had asked that this be included just so that residents didn't have to go look it up.
I think it does provide value.
I think so too.
I have no idea, like, oh, okay, so I'm looking at about 4 years, cool. Thank you for the
It
assistance.
just does a rough guide, so I having to worry about calling.
But we just want to understand it's reference only. This is not what we're doing. We are asking, when it gets to 50% per state law, that they pump. It might not go by the schedule. Correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So am I leaving for reference, or am I putting guidance in that area?
What do the other counselors think? Do you want reference or guidance?
References.
Yeah, but what about the red? I like the idea of putting it in red.
No, either one will be put in red.
Okay.
If you put,
What word do you want?
if you put guidance, I would say that tells me that I'm guided by this. This is for reference.
Yeah, references.
I'll
even
see that,
less.
I understand.
Okay, so as long as we put that in red, Lila,
Yep.
Can we just make sure that on the numbering too, if we need to number it or not, since we're not referencing it anywhere else in the document?
Except for on the table of contents we did, but
yeah, I guess it would have to be on the table of contents, wouldn't it? So I guess we'd have to leave the number again and since it's on the table of contents.
Do we need to put for reference only on that sheet too, since
Do you
we're
want-
referring it to reference only?
I was gonna say, you want red reference only,
It's up to what everybody wants, but I mean,
is that okay
do
with
we need to
everybody
put that
else?
there
Include
too?
that in the table of contents as well, yeah?
Yeah, just put reference only.
Yes.
You have all that, Lila?
I do.
Thank you. Anything else from any of the other counselors? Okay, we have made changes to this, so I now need a motion to amend the language of ordinance 273 as presented.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. We now entertain a motion to have the second reading of ordinance 273 by title only.
So moved.
Second?
I will do the second reading of ordinance 273 by title only. An ordinance amending chapter 142 of the Dune City Code of Ordinances related to subsurface sanitation previously created by ordinance number 228. I will now entertain a motion to accept the wording for ordinance 273 as presented and to adopt and pass ordinance number 273. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
As amended.
As amended.
Yeah, I said as amended. Do I have a second?
Second.
If moved and seconded, we will do a roll call vote. Duke Wells,
Aye.
Melissa Stinson,
Aye.
Susan Snow, aye. Rich Olson,
Aye.
Chris Clemens.
Aye.
The roll call is unanimous, so ordinance 273 is hereby adopted and will become effective upon recordation of this ordinance with Layton County. Ordinance 273 has been adopted. Thank you all for that. Now we go on to ordinance 274. An ordinance amending chapter 36 of the Dune City Code of Ordinances related to code enforcement, previously amended by ordinance number 238. City recorder, have all requirements for posting and advertisement been met?
Yes.
I would entertain a motion to read the ordinance by title only.
May I ask a question first?
Sure.
Shall we ask the audience if they have any questions regarding what it is before we request to, if someone
We'll get there.
requests to read by title only?
We'll get to the public hearing in just a minute.
Okay. I'll make a motion to read by title only.
Thank you.
Second.
I will read ordinance 274 by title only. An ordinance amending chapter 36 of the Dune City Code of Ordinances related to code enforcement, previously amended by ordinance number 238. The public hearing for this is open at 6:31. Do we have any testimony to read into the record?
Just the letter that is on the dais for each counselor.
So we have a letter from Holly Collins that we have that is part of, is it part of the record since we had, okay, that is now part of the record? Okay, this ordinance is about code enforcement and what code enforcement may do, and if they have to speak with a homeowner, if there is a code violation, if they're available to be while they're there, and they seek voluntary compliance, or they will send them a letter of violation and try to get first voluntary compliance before they move forward with any other items to get the, whatever the code enforcement issue is addressed. So, saying that, does anyone in the audience want to speak? They would be allowed 3 minutes, after which the counselors may ask questions of the witness. Witnesses are to address the counselors as a whole and not individually. Anyone from the public would like to speak?
I would. Geneva Jackson.
Geneva?
Yes, I'm not going to try to read this whole letter. I can't get it done in 3 minutes. But Holly Collins is concerned because while you've been working a long time on 274, it continues to be very similar to what the problems continue to be pretty similar to what they were in 259. While you are continuing to send a certified letter to the person responsible and the property owner, but you are presuming that it's been received. And the ordinance states that delivery is deemed upon mailing rather than an actual receipt. Other cities, that's not the case, and other cities give a longer time for a person to have received this. Many local cities, it's 3 days for local and 7 days for out of state. We have a guy in California who owns 2/3 of the vacation rentals. If you try to contact him in 7 days, who knows if he will get it. There's also no requirement for confirmation of the delivery. The ordinance doesn't state what happens if you, without a receipt or a signature is obtained. In contrast, other cities stipulate that there's no legal presumption of notice if you don't have a signed confirmation or documented refusal. That seems reasonable. And furthermore, the ordinance continues to say that this can be a legal delivery, even though the city is not able to, it has sent it to the wrong address. And that, I think we can fix that. Finally, the issue regarding code enforcement officer is, I hope that the current changes say that he or she must try to educate the person that is being, who's the defendant in this code violation, because that's a reasonable thing to do, and the Oregon Municipal Handbook was published by the League of Oregon Cities says that you should. So, I think that the council should reconsider and revise 274 to provide a reasonable delivery time after mailing, confirm a receipt presuming notice has been served, and reinstate a fair and consistent warning process. And that's basically it.
All right, thank you, Geneva. Anyone else have anything? Okay, I will close the public hearing at 6:37. Okay. Councilors, you have any changes you'd like to make to this ordinance? Let's go through it by page again. Page 1. We only have one at the bottom. No, that's wrong one. Sorry, that's page 2. I got ahead of myself. Page 2. Look there at the bottom in 36.050, it says code enforcement officer. Please remove the word officer. Page 3. Page 4.
I do have some.
Yes?
So paragraph A, notice of violation. I agree that shifting the completion from just mailing to confirmation is reasonable. So I would change the deemed complete upon confirmation of written delivery, whether signed or refused. We don't have to worry about dates, like how long it takes. It's just the mail is going to be delivered. It's either going to be accepted or it's not, and we have confirmation one way or another.
Do we always have confirmation on something like that?
Well, we usually mail something that important, we usually mail it by certified mail, signature required. So we usually do get confirmation, but that's not specifically written in here.
What's the turnaround? I mean,
A week or two, honestly.
I think that's reasonable.
So we don't need to stipulate 3 days, 7 days. It's just however long it takes for the certified mail to get to where it's going. It'll either be accepted or denied, and you get confirmation one way or another.
Yes, and then usually, at that point, if it comes back and they didn't get it, then you usually try different, because you got Arlet address, you got the home address, so, yeah, we usually try a different way, or we send Igor out.
And it says certified mail return receipt requested right on here.
So as long as we use that receipt as the confirmation, then I think it's a reasonable.
Are you satisfied with that, Chris?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Anything else on page 4? Page 5? Page 6. These are only half pages because we've deleted most of them. Page 7. Again, only a half page, we deleted the rest.
What did we delete on page 7? I didn't see anything.
At the top,
So this is
It's
all
all added.
Xed out.
yes.
It's all added, I thought, not deleted.
Oh, added, sorry, I was
Okay.
looking at blue, you are correct. Page 8, there's only one sentence. I would entertain any motions to change or amend the language of ordinance 274 as presented.
Include my change?
Includes,
And she said amended.
Recommend approval as amended.
Second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So it has been approved as amended in our comments. Now I entertain a motion to have the second reading of ordinance 274 by title only.
So moved.
Second.
And we'll do a second reading of ordinance 274 by title only. An ordinance amending chapter 36 of the Dune City Code of Ordinances related to code enforcement, previously amended by ordinance number 238. I will now entertain a motion to accept the wording for ordinance 274 as presented and to adopt and pass ordinance 274.
So moved. Second.
We will do a roll call vote. Duke Wells?
Aye.
Melissa Stinson?
Aye.
Susan Snow? Aye. Rich Olson?
Aye.
Chris Clemens?
Aye.
The motion passes. Ordinance 274 is hereby adopted and will become effective upon recording this ordinance with Lane County. Okay. Now, we have code enforcement regulation ordinance now, and this next one is the resolution for code enforcement fees that we've talked about for a couple times. So I will now open this agenda item for public comment at 6:44. Anyone in the audience like to comment on this resolution? Seeing none, I will close public comment at 6:45. Okay, counselors, is there anything you see that you want to amend on this? It's just the one-page chart that we talked about.
I don't remember the appeal fee. When did that get added?
The appeal portion's in the ordinance, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, but the fee.
I think that was just, is that the normal appeal fee, or was that something that was put on?
No, we talked about that a few meetings back.
I just don't remember it all, so I'm trying to.
So, we had a resident that the appeal fee was $400, and it was felt that was too much to present to the council. So the discussion was, a reasonable fee
For a code enforcement thing.
for an appeal on the code enforcement issue.
Okay, so this is really the first time we're seeing it in writing, so if there is
Yeah, and we'll be,
talk about that, we can change that if we need to, so. Do all counselors feel good with that in here?
I'm fine with that, I just didn't recall it, my apologies.
Right? It's good that we go back over it. Rich, you okay with,
I'm good.
okay. All right, I now entertain a motion to adopt resolution series 2025 number 8.
so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We'll now take a roll call vote. Duke Wells.
Aye.
Melissa Stinson.
Aye.
Susan Snow. Aye. Rich Olson.
Aye.
Chris Clemens.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Resolution Series 2025 number 8 passes. That was a lot of script reading.
Well done.
Trying to get it all in.
Now we know why Ed was going.
Yeah, it's not, a lot of stuff that had to be read per direction. Okay. All right, citizen input. Let's see what I have. Paul and Linda Roberts?
Yes?
Do we have anything to say?
No,
No, okay.
thank you.
Geneva, do you have anything else to say?
No.
All right, thank you. We have no executive session, so in your packet, you will find the permits that were issued, that's in there.
I did not have those in my packet.
That might have been from last month, because I probably gave you from, yes, that's last
Okay.
month, sorry, last meeting.
It says only till September 15th. I had 2, so you can have that one. All right, and so there we go for the good of the order. I've been starting from my right, so I'll go to left. Chris Clemens,
I have nothing, thank you.
Rich Olson.
I'd just like to remind everybody to take a look at that FEMA ordinance stuff and definitely talk to your neighbors and maybe make sure that we get those written comments sent back in, because that's definitely going to affect everybody in the area, so.
Absolutely. Lila, when's the deadline for getting
The
comments in?
6th, so Monday.
Monday, okay,
So
so
we have any
I just want to
comments?
remind people then
Are
of the
people
deadline.
commenting tonight on the FEMA issue?
No, we're not commenting
Okay.
tonight.
Definitely encouraging you to,
We're just encouraging people to make comments and send them into their representatives.
Yep.
Um,
And if you need more information on where to send those comments, it's online on our website.
Great, perfect, thanks.
Melissa, do you have anything for the good of the order?
no, I don't, thank you.
Duke Wells,
No, good.
excellent. I appreciate all your help in getting through all these applications tonight and all this script. So I am grateful to the council. I am grateful to all of the residents that showed up tonight to help us through this. And yeah, please get your comments on the FEMA, because that is a major thing that we need to let them know that is not a very good ordinance for Dune City. Okay,
Or even the state,
it's
because
not good for anybody.
none of the other states are doing it, it's just Oregon, so
But
it makes that.
what bothers me is it's mainly for the coast. It's not, it doesn't really affect the rest of the state. So it's us that needs to make comments on it. So with that, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
So,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned at 6:50.